Welcome back, everyone. Today is a very special day and a very good day because it is the first trip with this bus, like legit trip. So our first trip is out to Pennsylvania and we are here on the East Coast, and that means peak leaf peaking. Basically the trees are almost at peak out here, and that's kind of the point of this trip. One, to experience the bus itself, and if there's any issues or major problems, we can address them. And then two, to kind of just take in the fall scenery with the bus. Not the most ideal start to the trip weather-wise, but should be good. Not fun, but this is the first time hiking up the RV, so it should be fun, right? As long as everything's fine. With the heavy rain, it made it difficult to film pretty much anything, so we decided to head into town the following day once the rain finally stopped. We stayed at a campsite just a few miles away from downtown Jim Thorpe, and you can see the town resting right in the Lehigh Valley right about here. Now, although the conditions might not be ideal, considering last night it downpoured until 3 in the morning, couldn't really do much, but regardless of that, we're going to go into Jim Thorpe and experience everything that we can and everything that they offer for this fall season here in October. Once we arrived, we headed to the most popular attraction that they have in Jim Thorpe. That is the Lehigh Gorge Scenic Train Ride. This is a train ride that takes you through the Lehigh Valley, along the Lehigh River, over bridges, and into the Lehigh Gorge State Park. The train ride is about 45 minutes long, and it has a narrator explaining all the scenery that you pass. There are departures every single hour in October, or the beginning of October when we went, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The second attraction in this area is a tour of a mansion that sits on top of a hill, or on the side of a hill overlooking the valley. There are two mansions that sit overlooking the valley, actually. The one on the right is the Harry Packer Mansion Inn, which became the inspiration for Walt Disney World's Haunted Mansion, and the one on the left is the Asa Packer Mansion. Now, the Asa Packer Mansion has haunted tours from 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and due to our time with the train and the other attraction that we went to, we weren't able to actually take this tour, but it seems pretty cool and we might do it in the future. The third attraction was the Old Jail Museum. This jail is best known for being the hanging of 7 Irish coal miners known as the Molly Maguires in the 1800s. The tour is about 45 minutes long, and you can see a dungeon, the cell block, and the warden's quarters, which are upstairs in the kind of living area that overlooks the entire jail. It's very interesting and definitely a unique piece of history if you're there to check it out. After helping myself to a delicious piece of corn, we decided to walk around and check out the decorated town before the rain started again. You could tell that this town was all set up and ready for the fall season, with a fall festival every single weekend in October, and all the shops and restaurants decorated for Halloween. Luckily for us, the next day when we were leaving, we had great weather, so we decided to capture some of the scenic views while driving home. These are kind of scenic views that we couldn't capture going there because it was raining so hard. One issue that I did come across when I was driving the bus was that it didn't really like hills. Going up steep hills were a little bit of a challenge for the bus. But with some computer performance enhancements, we can avoid these problems in the future when we're traveling with the bus.